I rise, giving perfect praise and adoration to the great God Allah. Honors to his holy and illustrious Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Honors to the forerunner of the Prophet, Marcus Messiah Garvey, who paved the way for the coming Prophet and said, "Up, up, you mighty race. You can accomplish what you will." He said, "Intelligence rules the world and ignorance carries the burden." He said that the Negro needs a nationality. He said the Negro needs a Quran of economics. He said, where is this Muhammad to teach this Quran of economics to the Negro? I bear witness that Prophet Noble Jew Ali indeed is that Muhammad who did come. And he brought us none other than the Holy Quran of the Moorish Scientific of America, which indeed is the Quran of economics. And Prophet Noble Drew Ali indeed instructed us and told us that we're not Negro or Negro or black or colored or Ethiopian, nor are we today's African American. And the census of 2020 is coming up. It's amongst us. It's live in effect, as my cousin Rael would say. And it is important for us to get an understanding on what we are and what we are not. A lot of conversation about the reparations. A lot of conversation about getting the opportunity to be respected as a human being. But the original people of the planet, they had a standard. They looked just like you and I. Some darker, some lighter, some taller, some shorter, some hairier, some not so hairy. None the case that all of you, or the Asiatic man, woman, and child, were the original people of this planet Earth. If you want to get an understanding on Asiatic, that's a different conversation and a different video. But the fact of the matter is, if you look like me, and your ancestors are descendants of the original inhabitants of Africa, before it was even named Africa, before it was even a name known as Africa, before even maybe even a name. Maybe it was just a thought or a breath, like that. They had it understood that you had to belong to a body politic, a society, an order, a congregation, an organization of some kind, to be recognized so people can know who you are. Like, for example, when a person wears a specific attire, let's just say, like a McDonald's. I don't encourage you to eat at McDonald's because that food is horrible for you. But this is just an example. We know as the golden arches, the yellow and the red. And if you actually look into science and study the science of colors and understand why they actually make it those colors, there's a reason why they have those colors to draw you in, to captivate your attention and your psychological makeup of your body and your mind. But that's a different conversation and too in a different video. But you know what McDonald's is versus what McDonald's is not. You know the difference between McDonald's and Jack in the Box. You know the difference from Jack in the Box to Burger King. You know the difference from a dog to a cat, a horse to a catfish. You know the difference. Sheikh Montezuma, why are you being so petty and so weird? I'm wanting to do my due diligence in painting a picture for you to get an understanding that to be recognized is not solely based off of someone giving you permission to be something, but for you to get a clear conception of what you are and what you are not. And for that to be established amongst yourself, not only as an individual, but also as a nation of people. There is no country, no nation, no government on this planet that is rooted in individualism on the basis of nationhood. Doesn't exist. But my people who can claim to be Negro, Black, and colored and African American, they believe some way, somehow, and of course I understand it's our condition that we've been oppressed here in the wilderness of North America. But the thing is, it's 2020 now. The European always wants to say, get over it, that's in the past, yada, yada, yada. That may be the case. But the fact of the matter is we have the ability to think now. It's time for us to start thinking effectively, efficiently, and logically. Use some reasoning, use some willing, and use some understanding. Those four components are the actions of the soul. You have to utilize your soul and get out. Heard that movie before, right? If you haven't watched that movie, you should watch it and begin to draw a correlation between our people here in the wilderness of North America specifically and how we address our issues in today's society, how we handle the things that we deal with, the things that are so-called taboo in our community, like homosexuality, transgenderism. And forgive me for the term because I do not at all mean to be disrespectful. I just don't understand the terms. It's very new to me. All right. I grew up with man and man. Man is a man and a woman is a woman with the genitalia and so on and so forth. So I'm still learning. I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all. Not one bit. Please hear me very clearly. But with that being said, with that component, even if you claim to be L, B, G, T, or Q, again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just familiar with the terms. But if you identify with any of those groups or organizations or societies, you still have a nationality. You are a human being. Therefore, you are a human. Therefore, you are a member/citizen of the world. Composited of 7.5 billion plus people. So you're no different. So that is something that has to be understood, especially for our people who identify with being a part of those different groups or organizations or societies. You still are an individual who has a nationality. You just may not know it. So that's just a little something I wanted to share. Get your minds churning. Get the wheels rolling. Get the car started. Get you out of the parking lot. Get you around the block. Get you something to eat. Get you something to drink. These are all parables and metaphors, of course. But I just really wanted to get you an opportunity to think. Prophet Noble Ali says this. He said, if I can get you to thinking, you'll save yourself. With that, I bid you love and I bid you peace.